Hey y'all, so I got the Cornish Crosses back here behind me. This is our second go round with Cornish Crosses. We got 60 in here. They're closer to 10 weeks old. They get processed next week and they're going to be right at 10 weeks old then. We preferred it around 8, but to make our processing dates and the hatch delivery date match up, we couldn't get right at 8 weeks. We just kind of had to take what we could get. We'll have this batch going out here next week, and then about a week later, we double it. We're going to get 120 Cornish Crosses going through the end of the year, and we'll be finished out in December. So we'll see how that goes, because the weather's going to change. We'll see. Maybe we're probably going to have to adapt some things a little bit differently for them. But let me show you here. Just got one of our timeless fence posts. It needed something to prop it up, and I was like, I'm just going to grab that. It's not normally up here, but those are awesome posts, by the way. If you're looking to do electric fencing, I wouldn't recommend anything else really. Timeless fences are terrific. But either way, I'll digress on that. The meat birds are much bigger this year. Or this go round. I keep saying this year, but it's not this year. It's the second batch we've done this year. So we changed a few things up with them. We got them from a different hatchery. We couldn't find, once again, it came down to a timing issue. So we just had I forget which hatchery we went with though. I can't remember the name of it offhand, but we went with a different hatchery. These chickens have kept all their feathers, which the last ones did not. The last ones were the ugliest chickens I've ever seen. The meat quality though is really good, so we're very pleased with the quality. Duke's like, you gonna let me in there? No, buddy, we're not. But the chickens here, and there's Dixie. Got to show her as well. But the chickens are doing really, really well. You see how they're pushing on that water? That's been an issue here where they've gotten bigger. What happens, especially if we get all their feed like right in here, right up front, instead of pushing some of it back under, what happens is they all crowd in here. And then the weight of the chickens, they keep bumping that. And that device works off of basically how much weight is on it. And when the weight lessens, it puts water in there. It's a nice device. I really like it. But the problem, when they keep pushing all the weight and they keep like knocking into it and pressing up against it, is it's kind of fooling the system, making it think that it's already full of water. And you see there, so now it's not releasing. See? So they're all pressing against it. Now the water's coming out, but now they all go to it and it stops. So I put in a secondary water. Don't like doing that because that takes up, 2 square foot of their area, but it is working, and at least we're keeping them with water. We've changed these to where we move them twice a day now. Because they've gotten so big, because these are going on 10 weeks old, and that's really the very tip top of where we want to take Cornish Crosses. I really prefer more to 8 weeks, but they all seem to be handling it well so far. I haven't seen any really bad signs that that their health is deteriorating or anything like that. I've heard stories like that. I've read a lot of stuff like that, but so far they're still looking pretty healthy. But my wife's advice, she tends to be right on these things, is let's move them twice a day. So we've been moving them twice a day now for a couple weeks, 10 days, 14 days, something thereabout. And that has seemed to help them, gives them fresh ground twice a day. We just keep moving it one spot forward, so it goes 8 foot forward every single day. With the birds at this size, I have considered adding a secondary water source or adding a larger water bucket, or maybe attaching 2 buckets together. I have considered changing that up a little bit, but we do water them morning and evening, or morning and afternoon. So they are going through about 2 buckets a day right now, or a little under that, about a bucket and a half to 2 buckets, depending on how hot it is. So they're going through a good bit of water, but they're growing great. These are going to be, like I said, I think these are going to be probably 4.5 pound dressed, I think. But I'm not the best at gauging that, especially with chickens. There is some variance in here too. You can tell the roosters are definitely, like that one there is definitely bigger than that one. I don't know how that comes across on camera, but that one looks like it's one of our smallest in this whole group. These others, some of these others look like they're almost half turkey. They are, some of the others are just massive. So I'm guessing that's some of the difference between the roosters and the hens. Yeah, I mean, you could see the size difference between those two just standing. Look at their legs. Let me see if I can show you. Just look at the difference in the thickness of their legs. And that one right there is like 2 inches taller than that one. Much broader, and its legs are massive compared to that other one. So there's going to be some size discrepancies with this group, but that's okay. We'll deal with that. But I just want to give a quick update. Haven't shown the chickens here lately. Couple things on this. We've got this one, and I've mentioned this in previous videos, but it's worth repeating. We got this side here that hinges up. I thought about it when I built it, and I thought, I don't want to do the hassle. I didn't have any other hinges. I didn't worry about it. But this may get retrofitted later. We may go back and do some retrofitting to this. I would like to add another framing here and put hinges here so that you can hinge this side up as well. I'd like to have one center beam with hingeable doors on both sides. And the reason I say that is it would be a whole lot easier when you're going to load them up, when you go to get them out of here, or if you got a sick one, you got one you got to get out. They almost always huddle in the back and it's hard to get to them. So it'd be nice to be able to open this up, put a barrier in there, push them all forward, and then be able to grab them that way. So the next ones I build, if I build one this style again, I'm going to put it where it hinges on both sides, not just one. However, mentioned we've got 120 chickens coming in here in a week and a half, something like that. So we got another batch of Cornish Crosses coming in. We're going to try and go through the end of the year. We have 60 in this batch right now. We'll have 120 in the next one. We have an old trampoline frame that got broken a couple of years back, but we still kept the frame. Kept thinking, oh, there's going to be some use for it. And I think I'm going to end up retrofitting that old trampoline frame into a big chicken brooder, or not chicken brooder, chicken tractor that we can move out here on pasture. I think it'll work just fine, and it'll be 2.5 or 3 times the size that this thing is. And they're fairly lightweight. That aluminum framing's not too heavy, so I think we'll be okay with it. But that may be my next build project, is retrofitting an old trampoline base to house chickens in it. But we'll see. Maybe I change my mind. I go back to this same design. I like this design, but I got this trampoline base just sitting there, and I'm thinking we might as well just use it. It saves me some time and money. So either way, we'll figure it out. But I got to build something here soon. Those 120 chickens coming in, they'll be in the brooder. They'll be in the brooder in the barn for 3 weeks. Where it's cooler, we might push it out for a month. So they're probably not going to be out they're probably not going to be outside until I feel really confident that they've gained enough weight and they got enough feathers that they're going to be able to huddle up and stay warm. So they're going to be in the brooder a little bit longer. We've added another brooder. So hopefully we got it all figured out. We'll see. But thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like, share, comment. I love the comments, but give us a like. It really helps us out. See y'all next time. Bye.